Imagine a creature that can lift over 800 times its own weight. That's the equivalent of a human hoisting 6 double-decker buses. Enter the world of the rhino beetle, a real-life superhero among insects. These beetles aren't just strong, they're one of the most powerful creatures on the planet when it comes to relative strength. To put it in perspective, that's like an elephant lifting 60 large SUVs. Rhino beetles belong to the family of scarab beetles, scattered across the globe, thriving in tropical forests, grasslands, and even human-dominated landscapes. Despite their fierce appearance, characterized by prominent horns which they use for combat and defense, they are harmless to humans. There are over 300 species of rhino beetles, each adapted to their unique habitats, but all sharing the common trait of incredible strength. Now that you know about their Herculean strength, let's dig deeper into the world of these miniature titans. Why do rhino beetles look like they're ready for battle? Let's find out. At first glance, the rhino beetle might seem like a creature out of a fantasy novel. This beetle, belonging to the subfamily Dynastini, is not just another insect but a marvel of natural armor design. This isn't merely a shell but a highly evolved suit of armor. Crafted by nature, this exoskeleton shields the beetle from the attacks and hazards of the wild, from predatory birds to the rough-and-tumble world of the forest floor. Now, let's talk about the rhino beetle's most iconic feature, the horn. Much like the rhinoceros after which they are named, male rhino beetles sport large, imposing horns that they use during the mating season. These battles are not to the death, but are rather tests of strength. Males lock horns, trying to flip each other over to win the favor of a nearby female. It's a dramatic spectacle of strength and endurance, where the horn functions as both weapon and shield. Furthermore, the horn and exoskeleton together play a critical role in the beetle's survival strategies. The armor not only protects them from becoming a meal for predators, but also helps them navigate through dense underbrush and dig into the soil for shelter. With such formidable armor and horns, rhino beetles are not just strong, but also well equipped for survival. What does a creature with such immense strength eat to maintain its power? One might imagine the diet of rhino beetles to be as formidable as their appearance. Yet these robust insects thrive on a surprisingly modest menu: fruit, sap, and decaying plant matter. It's a diet that not only fuels these tiny titans, but also plays a pivotal role in our natural world. Rhino beetles, with their Herculean strength, are often seen munching on sweet fruits or sipping sap from trees. These natural sugars provide the energy they need to power their bulky bodies and impressive horns. Meanwhile, their appetite for decaying wood and leaves turns them into unsung heroes of the forest floor. By breaking down this plant matter, they facilitate decomposition and nutrient cycling, enriching the soil and fostering new plant growth. Their diet might be simple, but it plays a crucial role in the ecosystem. From a tiny egg to a mighty beetle, the life cycle of a rhino beetle is a fascinating journey. Let's begin with the first stage, the egg. Nestled in decomposing plant material, the rhino beetle's egg is barely visible to the naked eye. These minuscule marvels are the starting point for one of nature's most formidable insects. As the eggs hatch, they give way to the larval stage, which is perhaps the most dramatic part of the rhino beetle's life cycle. These larvae are voracious eaters, consuming decomposing wood and plant matter, which provides the necessary nutrients for their growth. This stage can last from several months to a couple of years, depending on environmental conditions. During this time, larvae undergo multiple molts, each time increasing in size dramatically. It's a slow, energy-intensive process, but essential for building their reserves for the next transformation. Transitioning to the pupa stage, the larva constructs a cocoon around itself from surrounding materials. Inside this protective casing, the magic of metamorphosis happens. This is a time of significant change where the larva reorganizes its body into the form of an adult beetle. The duration of this stage can vary, but it remains a quiet yet crucial period of the beetle's development. Finally, the adult rhino beetle emerges. With its powerful body and impressive horn, it is ready to take on the world. Whether foraging, fighting, or finding a mate, the adult beetle is a spectacle of strength and endurance. Each stage of their life is a step towards becoming the strong beetles we admire. Is the might of the rhino beetles enough to keep them safe from environmental threats? Rhino beetles, despite their formidable appearance and Herculean strength, face a precarious existence, much like many other creatures on this planet. The conservation status of rhino beetles varies significantly across their species, but many are inching closer to vulnerable positions due to human activities. One of the primary threats to these miniature titans is habitat destruction. As forests are cleared and urban areas expand, the natural environments that support the life cycle of these beetles shrink. This not only limits their space for living and breeding, but also reduces their food sources, primarily decaying wood and plant matter, essential for their survival and the survival of their offspring. Moreover, the allure of their impressive size and strength has made rhino beetles a target for the illegal pet trade. Enthusiasts around the world seek to own these creatures, often unaware of the stress and damage that capturing and transporting them causes to their populations and well-being. On a brighter note, there are conservation efforts in place aimed at protecting these incredible beetles. Numerous environmental groups and researchers are working to better understand their roles in ecosystems and implement strategies to safeguard their habitats. Protected areas are being established, and there are initiatives aimed at educating the public about the ecological importance of these beetles and the dire consequences of removing them from their natural settings. Protecting these incredible creatures is crucial for maintaining the balance of their natural habitats. Beyond their ecological role, rhino beetles hold a unique place in human culture. Often seen as symbols of strength and resilience, these remarkable insects have been woven into the fabric of various cultural practices around the globe. In some parts of Asia, rhino beetles are celebrated as pets, cherished for their formidable appearance and gentle nature. Enthusiasts rear them with great care, often in specially designed habitats that mimic their natural environment. Meanwhile, in places like Thailand and the Philippines, rhino beetles are stars of a more controversial practice: beetle fighting. These gambling events, where beetles clash in miniature arenas, draw large crowds, reflecting a tradition that dates back generations. Additionally, rhino beetles have found their place in traditional medicine, believed to possess properties that boost health and vitality. Ground into powders or steeped in tonics, they are sought after for their supposed medicinal benefits. From ecological wonders to cultural symbols, rhino beetles captivate people worldwide. Rhino beetles, the tiny titans with extraordinary capabilities. These remarkable creatures captivate with their Herculean strength, capable of lifting objects up to 800 times their own body weight. It's an astonishing feat that not only illustrates their power, but also their importance in the natural world. Delving into their anatomy, we find a fortress of natural armor and uniquely adapted battle gear. Their horns, robust and imposing, are not just for show, but play a crucial role in their survival and reproductive strategies. Their diet, though humble, consisting mostly of fruit, wood, and plant matter, is vital for their sustenance and growth throughout their life cycle, from larvae to the formidable adults they become. We've also touched upon the pressing issues of conservation. Rhino beetles face threats from habitat loss and are often misunderstood, despite their significant role in the ecosystem and cultural heritage in many societies. Truly, rhino beetles are not just insects, but marvels of nature that continue to astonish and inspire.